A very different Falco versus Sheik in
Yeah.
Bobby and Spark. Spark, one of the best reaction tech chasers in the world. Um, just an insane kind of understanding of how to approach that and just kind of very, very solid reaction times. And then Bobby, one of the few melee players under 30, it seems, according to him. Probably not going to bust out the Pikachu this time, but very, very, very creative player, very fun player to watch.
I hate you so much, dude. Damn. Cool. Yeah, this should be a fun one. I mean, we look at the head-to-head. It is 1-4 in favor of Spark. Like I said before, though, the one set that Bobby did win was at an FPS online, and then the only, I would want to say, major that they played was at Don't Park on the Grass in 2018. The other ones were just a Thursday event. Stacked Thursdays, number 4. It looks like they met in winners and losers there, Spark taking both sets.
Yeah, I think that is like way too long for Bobby to be sort of evaluated. 2018, Bobby was a much lesser known player. Now, really kind of proving his ability. Ooh, love the way to bait the roll. And one of the things, people often, I think, mistakenly think about Bobby's play is for all of his strangeness on Twitter and on stream. Not so much on Twitter, but on stream. He's quite the personality. He's not, I would say, impulsive against floaties. He's actually a pretty patient player. He's actually pretty down to play through his advantage. It's just every once in a while he does the dumbest shit you've ever seen.
I feel like Bobby does have a flowchart in mind for sure, especially when it comes to floaty matchups like this. It's just that his flowchart is going 20,000 miles per hour compared to the standard 4-wheel drive vehicle behind a Falco.
Well, that's the thing, is it's also, in between the madness is some genius, and that's the fun part about watching him, is when he's not kind of flubbing, he's doing stuff you've never seen any other player do. He's playing very, very, very cleanly. He's super, super creative, and he has some of the best combo videos, I would say, in the game, in the character. There's stuff where I see him hit things and think not only will I never hit that, but I could only dream of hitting that. So it really is a weird balance. For better or for worse, we are lucky to have his antics in the scene.
Yeah, absolutely. For as much as we talked about Bobby, though, like you said before the set started, Spark, notoriously good at RTC in a matchup like this. So we'll see if this comes to fruition. It's about finding that first grab, though, and Bobby's just not letting him have it.
Yeah, I really like the way Bobby approached that stock. We spoke, like you said, kind of talking all about Bobby, but Spark is also kind of a bit of a zany guy himself. Kind of a funny person on Twitter to interact with. Is very strong-willed in his takes as well. We'll kind of say things like, well, I'm pretty sure he still believes that Sheik is the best character, and in and of itself, that is quite the belief in 2022. But he makes it look real. His punish game is no joke. Does drop that down air, but so far still doing very well against Bobby.
Yeah, down right now kind of needs to find an opening, and the big question mark, I think, going into this game 1 is, where does Spark find these openings? Because it seems like he's looking for raw grab, but he can't find it when Bobby's applying pressure really thick like this.
No, for sure. Right now, both players can get quite a big opening off of a straight hit. We're seeing Spark kind of retreat to the platforms to try to get the back air out, but Bobby manages to get the shine first. He gets the shield drop back air. Ooh, love that, though.
PC drop into looking for rising back air. Doesn't quite get a reverse hit fair from Spark. Will even up the stocks, but I think one straight hit from Bobby means that Spark's stock will soon be lost.
Yeah, no, this is kind of the tricky thing, is as a Falco player, this looks like great situation. All you need to do is clean up the stock, but there's also the feeling of man, I really don't want to blow this lead, die at 15 and just look like an idiot. And it's part of the challenge of playing Falco, I think, is sort of staying mentally composed and not letting your mistakes, which are inevitable. We're all human. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna lose a stock even when we shouldn't have. Not letting those mistakes get to you is really, really, really important.
Yeah, for sure. I think case in point to like the way that Bobby needs to kind of take control of this matchup shows in that last stock that he got. He's just playing off platforms mostly, and he's not really overextending. See, look, rolls right back towards center, just waits, and then eventually will probably escape back up to top platform unless he can take advantage state like right here.
Well, that's kind of what I mean, is that like when people watch Bobby, they think like, oh, he plays like so aggressive and wild and crazy. Not at all. Sometimes he's like, in certain matchups, he will platform camp, he'll play super patient, he won't really try to do the thing that maybe stereotypically you would expect. Look at him, he is playing like, the floor is lava, man. Like, he literally does not want to touch the green.
But this gets scary, yeah. Like you said before, Radar, every stray hit from Sheik, you're kind of clenching a little bit, especially when you're by ledge like that.
What did I say before, man? It's like the smartest.
It could be this might be it. I'm nervous still, and I think Bobby is too, which is why he's just playing the game plan that he needs. Get up attack is not going to get punished by Spark. Strong hit backer won't do it either. Let's see if he can find the edge guard.
Looks like actually goes for the roll up, the full roll up with R rather than the kind of easy roll up. I don't know, man.
That looked very challenging going into that. I mean, like, Bobby had a lot of really strong moments where he was in control. To the same point, Spark was doing a lot of really good things in that match too to make it a last stock scenario. But I don't know. I feel like if we change the setting a little bit, this set could go very differently.
Yeah, I think a big part is like, is Spark going to be able to clean up his punish game? And is he going to find an answer to some of the ways Bobby's weaving around platforms?
Mm-hmm.
It's not an easy thing to deal with when a Falco plays that way at all. Like, it's you really have to commit. And I think if Bobby didn't kind of give certain openings or take risks in weird ways like he was, where he'd jump off the ledge and you think, oh, no, like, you're abandoning this game plan that's working, that would be even harder. So it's either does Bobby kind of slip and not commit to this game plan, or does Spark find an answer is what I want to see.
Yeah, for sure. It's almost counterintuitive, right? Like, you kind of want to eliminate platforms because of how well the Falco is using it, but you're shooting yourself in the foot as a Sheik player if you're like, yeah, let's go FD.
Yeah, no, really. It honestly would not be such a crazy counter pick, just because of how good the reaction game is from Spark. But I like the Battlefield pick a lot more. I think it makes sense. Oh, wow. This is a lot of damage already. 88. Like, look at this stuff. Like, again, the dumbest thing you've ever seen into like the coolest thing you've ever seen.
Okay, big grab from Spark could convert into a lot. There it is. All it takes, one solid read by the ledge, and Spark steals away first blood.
Yeah, going to be a little tricky for Falco to get the kill, unless, of course, you get the edge guard like that. Back to even. How does Spark find the opening right now? Good STI, though.
That's too fast. Okay, yeah, now we see Spark starting to take to platforms as well, so I feel like he has at least a soft answer to what Bobby wants to do when it comes to him approaching from top or side platform.
Yeah, and we didn't mention this earlier, but a huge part of that, like, this situation is difficult to deal with. Problem is that it's difficult to deal with when you're behind, which right now Spark is about to be, potentially, maybe not. But if you are even, then it's like you said, you can kind of camp them out, you can play the platform game as well, and Sheik is no joke around platforms. We've seen kind of Fluff define his style by his ability to weave in and out of that. So Spark obviously going to take some notes there. Ooh, I cannot believe that backer didn't hit wall.
Yeah, super wonky edgeguard sequence right there. Spark still applying some corner pressure, going coast to coast. Needles do not connect right here, but oh no, he wanted wave dash forward, I think, into down tilt maybe.
Yeah, or even maybe wave dash forward into like actually falling off the edge. Either way, yeah, didn't get what he wanted. Still in a cornered situation, but yeah, uses the platform height above to escape.
Okay, big pressure right now, yeah. And Bobby, that was really good defensive play. Rolls back and then also toggles to light shield, it looked like, to push off onto the ledge.
Yeah, both of them really, really, really smart in this situation. Just kind of playing very carefully.
Could be dead. Just gives it back.
He just didn't feel like he had enough time to get off the ledge, and he didn't want to get reversal, that 29, but it's like, nice. From there, we're back to even, but 58%, any kind of move will knock you up, especially something like a down air. Surprisingly good at kind of starting a combo, so, yep. Here we go.
Okay, big pressure from Bobby on right platform. Spark escapes out with the shield drop, but how does Bobby get off this platform now? I guess he just fights his way through it and also takes a stock to boot. Why not?
Yeah, it really feels like Bobby's been in control for a lot of the set. It feels like Spark doesn't have a great answer to what he's been doing and hasn't been able to keep that lead. Even losing that up smash there, pretty uncharacteristic from Spark.
Yeah, and that's just a timing mistake, too. Just a little bit too early on letting that up smash rip, especially after he gets the double jab on the reset. So, some things that probably need to be tightened up a little bit, but Bobby's just doing so much damage with every interaction. That might be it.
Hits him with the PPMD, going for the up there on the downer, try to pop him up, but Spark, well aware of it, gets the right DI, but it doesn't seem to matter. 118 already, going to go for a back air. Good drop down to pull the jump. Nice recovery from Spark.
Bobby is playing defensive. Like, this is crazy. And it's like you said, this is not the narrative that people expect from this player. You think that he is full out, pedal to the metal all day. How many times has he phantasmed to top platform and he takes the set 2-0?
I mean, he is out for blood right now. I think, like, it's like you say, just able to commit to a plan for the most part. I think one of the things that I personally find really difficult in Melee is, like, something about the way the game is, you can literally have, like, a checkmate situation, and you're like, "Ah, screw it, I'll approach," and then you just throw it away. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, "I've got
Literally
him."
me all the time. So
They're in the corner, like, they're in the corner, and there's this part of your brain that's like, do it, just run in, and you're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna run in." So, he managed to resist that, which is very good.
yeah. I mean, I still cannot get over how uncharacteristically defensive Bobby was playing in that set. That was insane. And, like, yeah, granted, there were some things that I think Spark maybe wasn't totally on top of, in fairness, but in that game, in game 2, we saw Bobby just phantasm top platform, I think 4 or 5 times, where he was just like, okay, interaction is lost. I can't get anything more of this. I'm just gonna double jump out and phantasm away, and you can't do anything about it.
That's what I mean, though, before, is that, like, I think he's built a reputation as being this, like, crazy kind of wild player, but he has a lot of matches where he's played against, like, Puffs, Peaches, characters that are slower, and he plays surprisingly reserved uh, than what you kind of would expect. So, yeah, I don't know, like, if he's able to kinda stick to that, which you can see even when watching him, there's, like, that internal struggle, like, should I go off the ledge? Like, this is what we talk
Like,
about with Mega,
please,
right?
I want it. I need it.
Yeah, exactly, it's like, I can just hit it, I can just hit it, I can just hit it," and it's, dude, you don't have to,
Yeah.
you know, going all in when the person, like, there's no reason to do so,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.